You're listening to my friend Gary Anderson on Night Dreams Talk Radio, the best in paranormal radio.
Well, thank you, John. Well, here it is, Monday here, or Tuesday. I don't even know. I am so lost right now. Anyway, down at the compound, boy, this week is going to be very interesting. 90 days, on hold with the tariffs and see what happens there. Because I'll tell you, if they don't get something worked out, I hate to say it, our economy is going to go down from everything I was reading by the middle of next year. So, and that's just a little whiles away. Anyway, we got a great guest tonight, Richard Spasoff, and we're going to be talking to him right after this.
Please check out the Night Dreams Talk Radio website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. Also, if you want to keep our show free of advertising, just hit the donate button. Give a buck or two. Remember, all prior shows are always free to listen to. We at Night Dreams Talk Radio thank you for your support.
And while you're checking out the web, check out our gallery. And probably by the end of this week, we're going to have all the guests listed. That's going to be on our show through the month of December. Hey, Richard, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, I don't know what part of the country are you in, but what is the weather like where you're at?
Well, I live on Mars right now, but basically Escondido, California.
Okay, well, that's close to
San
Mars.
Diego.
Oh, wow. You know, my daughter lives up in Hemet, California.
Yeah, she's not too far away from us. My brother lives near there. Yeah, it's not too far at all.
Well, you know, the last couple of years, except this summer, I live up in Gig Harbor, Washington, and me and my son, we take our motorcycles and we go make a long trip to Reno, Las Vegas, and then we stop for a couple of days in Hemet, California. The first time I went to their new house they got, you know, I walked down the backyard and I go, "Where's the grass?" And they said, "We can't afford grass. You know how much you get stuck with fines with the water?"
Yeah, geez. That's pretty. Yeah, I mean, it's in where we're at. Right, I'm in a retirement home. I mean, I should be retired. I should be restrained, locked up in Bellevue. But no, I'm at a retirement home, and I'm 56 years old. I'm still young, and there's not too much. The landscape here is very waterless.
Oh yeah. Now I don't know. You know, they keep saying, well, you got one group that says we got climate changes, earth changes going on, and then we have our president that says, oh, no, it's no earth changes going on. But I sure have been seeing it through the years, my friend.
So have I. It's been, all we could do is take one day at a time, right?
Oh, yeah, or we all might be on Mars.
Well, hey, at least we could start off on a new planet. I mean, we need that right now.
Well, you know, it made me feel good when I read that NASA's planning to send men back on the moon. I think we need to do that before we go to Mars.
I think that's a good idea, yeah. I don't even think, I think we're spoiled by sci-fi so much, you know, like Star Trek and things like that, in the sense that as much as we look at the space program and how much they advance, to me, it's not, that doesn't surprise me what they do, because we're so spoiled of what TV does. Does that make sense?
Well, you know, I think we might be very disappointed after watching, you know, Andromeda and watching Star Trek, Battleship Galactica, and then we go to Mars, and, you know, I still feel that's a one-way ticket. Yeah, they only ought to send people there. It's suicidal.
Or at least give them a chance here on Earth. If they try to commit something, then send them away. Exactly, yes.
Hey, I might cut our prison population down, send the prisoners to Mars.
There you go. That could be I think that would save the state a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Unless we're all trying to get off a sinking planet, and that's why we want to go to Mars. But you know one thing, and we'll start in with you. Back about a month ago, I was reading a report, and these scientists came up with this real good idea how they could regenerate Mars. And one of the scientists says, well, you know, the ice caps, we can nuke the ice caps on Mars, and that'll create a lot of water. Then another group of scientists says, you can't do that. It'll evaporate. As soon as you nuke it, it'll be gone. There's virtually no atmosphere. And then another group of scientists said, you guys are both crazy. If you nuke the ice caps on Mars, you know what's going to happen? You're going to irradiate the water and nobody will use it.
And then we're stuck. I think it's better to deep freeze ourselves and just wake up in the next century, like Woody Allen did in that film, Sleeper.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. It's new life. That's a good idea, but trying to get used to the old life now.
Well, I'm just trying to get used to my 67 years of walking on this earth.
Same here, exactly. But it seems it's cool that you have a motorcycle and that you ride it and that you could explore life in that sense. I mean, a lot of people don't get that chance.
Yeah, but then they get older, then, those like 1,500-mile trips and 3,000-mile trips become like 90-mile trips, and then they start going down to, hey, I'm going to go get a 6-pack of Coke at the store, so that's my trip for the week.
I remember one time me and my friend did a short little comedy film with him on a big wheel, a kid's big wheel, and we filmed this on the freeway, believe it or not. And I don't know if you remember that song, that Born to Be Wild.
Oh, yeah. I grew up with it.
We played that.
Wow. Hopefully it was part of the freeway they were building. I hope it wasn't where it was all...
No, it was a real freeway. It was a film we were trying to do. And we have the film, but it's probably the worst. We had Sandy Hackett's, Buddy Hackett's son, Sandy Hackett, and we had the Drifters, if you remember that group. They were in it. It was a fun film we did.
Did it go anywhere?
It's on the internet. I mean, it's a short little 7-minute comedy.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know Buddy Hackett had a son.
Yeah, he has, in fact, a son, and his name is Sandy Hackett, and a daughter or two. I'm not sure, but Sandy Hackett at the time was working at the Debbie Reynolds Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, off of Convention Center Drive.
Oh, wow. So why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
Okay, and see if I could try to be... I'm a psychic medium and a stand-up comic. I work with a priest that does exorcisms, and I help him out. I'm an artist. I am a photographer. I'm on my second book. I wrote my first book. It's on my website called We're So Love. And I've been a dance host for the Mafia's Wives. So I had a very interesting life.
A dance host for the... Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. The Mafia's Wives. Why don't you tell... Because I'm sure they're going, what? Looks like I just did.
I know. What the heck is this guy talking about? Where did you pick him up? A dance host. What I used to do, work at La Costa Resort and Spa. And for the city of Vegas independently, I was a massage therapist for the Flamingo Hilton, the Golden Nugget, Stardust Hotel, Annie of Paris, if you ever heard of that place. Anyways, all of these places that I have worked at, the mob always got in touch with me somehow. I wasn't involved with what they were doing in a crooked way, but I was involved with working with their wives in the sense of taking them out to dance or giving them a reading, giving them a massage, stuff like that.
Okay, so yeah, you were one of the lucky people who didn't go out for a free ride out in the middle of the desert.
No. In fact, I knew. My uncle. His last name was first name was Vince, and his last name was in Tiso. He worked for the mob in the sense of he kept what do you call those craps? The games. He had houses in Chicago.
Oh wow!
That he ran. And he got a percentage of it. And the Mafia told him, well, you better give us our cut or we're going to cut you.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder, when I was going to Las Vegas on my bike and I look out the desert, the different areas, and I always thought in my head, I wonder how many bodies are out there, somewhere out there, because you watch all these movies, that were made in the 70s and 80s, about the mafia and stuff in Las Vegas, and it seemed like they were planning somebody almost every day.
I know, you wonder, where did they put them all? I mean, that's a paranormal experience in itself.
Well, I don't know. I never had good luck going to Reno. I'll tell you that.
Really? I mean, do you play poker? Do you?
Oh, no.
I don't.
I play the slot machines, and I really was into it. One time, I won like a $10,000 jackpot in Reno, and I was so excited. But I got greedy. I got so greedy and it was one of those trips. I got to go to Reno. You show the airline how much money you got in your wallet, and they would fly you there for free and fly you back. And, I won all this money, but they made sure I lost it because I got greedy. And, they have people walking around. And make sure you don't.
I think that happens to everyone, especially, I mean, I remember one time I was playing roulette, and I was about 22 years old, and I bet all of my rent money, and I got it to double, even tripled, but I still got greedy, and I placed all the money on black, and I just loved the energy that was around the table, but I lost it all. And from that point, I learned real fast that's not a way to live, especially when you have an uncle telling you he's going to ban you from all the casinos.
Oh, yeah. The last time I went into casino, I won $20,000. And,
oh, wow.
And no, the bad part is one of the cleaners, go and clean the slots and stuff, was standing there.
Okay.
And when I won it, and she goes, "Oh, wow, you won, right?" Soon as I won it, that whole bank of slot machines went dead.
Oh.
Right. So I went up to the manager. I said, "Hey, I just won $20,000. The light was, going and it was making it sound." The guy goes, "Well, I'm sorry. The computer crashed. We lost all the information. Here's $50."
Oh, that's a bunch of BS. Jeez.
Well, you know what it did? It broke me from the habit of going to the casino. I haven't been to a casino since.
That's good in that sense. But in the other sense, I mean, that sounds like the old school, but it sounds like they took the advantage at their home court, and they ripped it off from you in a way.
Well, I don't know. They didn't, I said, "Hey, one of your employees saw it." And they said, "Well, we don't care. I mean, the whole bank of computers went out. We have no way to prove it." And I go, "Well, she saw it. Oh, we're sorry." So, that was the last time I ever had the urge to go, into a casino. And I'm glad, I have more money.
I mean, I go into casinos today, but I don't spend that. I don't spend money. I generally go. I can't. I don't have the money to spend, but I go. I just like the atmosphere, the sound of the chips, and it's just relaxing to me. It was.
Oh yeah. Now you also mentioned you were a stand-up comic. What type of routines would you have?
Well, I talk about for an example, I was married once for 30 days, and it would have lasted longer if she would have remained in that state of coma.